All right, so welcome to the deep dive, and this
Oh,
time,
this will be fun.
yeah. This time we are diving into poetry,
Okay.
which somebody sent to us,
Wow.
and it's called Madness and the Mystic by Joseph Aminian, and it's copyrighted 2024.
Very cool.
I gotta say, when I first saw it, I was a little intimidated
Oh, yeah.
because, it's a lot of poetry.
That's a commitment.
It's a commitment.
Yeah.
But
That title, though.
that title,
Oh, I love that title.
it just pulls you in Madness and the Mystic.
Yeah, right.
How can you not be curious about that?
It definitely sparks the imagination,
Yeah.
and to think we're going to get into a whole collection by this one author.
Right.
It's like we're going to be seeing the world through his eyes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so where do we even begin with something like this?
Well, like most poetry books, this one has a poet's note in the beginning.
Okay.
So that's a good place to start.
I love those.
Oh, they're so great. Yeah.
Sneak peek.
It's like a little roadmap
Yeah.
to the author's mind.
Okay.
And in this note, Aminian says he sees this collection as a documentation of his journey,
Okay.
his internal journey,
Internal journey.
and finding an equilibrium through introspection.
Oh, very nice.
So it seems like we're going to be delving into some deep self-reflection.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Yeah.
Right.
So we've got the poet's note, which kind of sets the stage,
Uh-huh.
and then it jumps into the poems themselves.
Yep.
And I gotta say, some of these titles there's something else.
Really?
Like Enlightenment Veritas, Lumen Shadowed,
Ooh, I like that.
The Apotheosis, A Cosmic Canticle,
Wow.
and my favorite, Mystic Madness, Insanity's Enigmatic Waltz and Cosmic Fugue.
Now that sounds like a prog rock song right there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's got to be on the playlist.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, they're so
I love how they
attention-grabbing.
they grab you.
They grab you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they hint at these major themes that we're going to see. This idea of veritas, which means truth, being shadowed.
Uh-huh.
This idea of apotheosis.
I love that word.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds so grand.
It does.
Like divine ascension.
It is. It's like reaching that higher level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you can't forget the interplay between madness and the mystic.
Right. That's where it all comes together.
It's like he's setting up this tension between reason
Yes.
and something beyond reason.
I like that tension, yeah.
And that tension really starts to play out in the first poem, Enlightenment Veritas,
Right.
where Aminian talks about confronting his essence.
Okay.
In stark twilight, he says.
Ooh, that's a good one.
This mask of joy and woe interlaced.
That sends chills down my spine. I love it.
Right.
Wow.
It's like he's wrestling with his inner demons.
Yes.
He's trying to find balance between the light and dark within himself.
He's not shying away from the darkness.
No.
He's confronting it head on.
No.
And that's so important.
It is. I mean, that image, the mask of joy and woe interlaced,
Oh, yeah.
it's powerful.
Yes, because it's acknowledging that we all have different sides to ourselves,
Right.
And finding enlightenment means confronting all of them.
Exactly.
Not just the pretty ones.
Right.
All of them.
Okay, so it's not just personal introspection.
Right.
He also goes on these big questions about the nature of reality.
Yes.
Like in The Apotheosis, A Cosmic Canticle,
Another great title.
where he talks about arcane revelations
Okay.
and the maelstrom of Chronotope's clasp.
Ooh, okay, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I need a little help with that one.
Chronotope.
What is a chronotope?
Yeah, it's kind of a head scratcher.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I can explain.
okay.
It's a concept from literature and philosophy
Okay.
that refers to the way that time and space are intertwined.
Okay.
So think of it like this.
Okay.
Your experience of time
Yeah.
is not the same
Yeah.
as somebody who lived in a different culture
Right.
or a different historical period,
Right.
So Aminian is playing with this idea.
Okay.
He's asking us to consider how our perception of reality
Yeah.
is shaped by these forces that we might not even be aware of.
So he's saying we don't even know what's real.
Right,
Because time and space are like bending and twisting around us.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
Yeah. And it gets even wilder, this exploration of reality when he brings in ancient knowledge
Oh, yeah.
and esoteric themes.
Right. And we see that in poems like Ethereal Ancient Ethos,
Yes.
Sakura,
Uh-huh.
and Aurora Lucis,
Beautiful.
where he's referencing mythology,
Yeah.
hitting traditions.
It's like he's opening a portal to another world.
He is.
A world beyond our everyday understanding.
Yeah. And it's not just vague references.
No, he gets specific.
He's name-dropping
He does.
historical figures like Einstein,
Yeah.
Elie Wiesel,
Uh-huh.
weaving their ideas into this whole thing.
It's like he's drawing on all of human history and knowledge
Yes.
to build his own understanding of the universe.
And there's this recurring idea of golden cages
Oh, yes.
that I find fascinating.
I love that image, yeah.
I mean, it makes you think about the limitations we put on ourselves, the ways we might be intellectually trapped without realizing it.
Or even spiritually.
Right. Yeah. And he throws in these specific examples, too.
Does he?
He talks about neutrino research, veiled constraint, intellectual captivity's taint.
Oh, wow.
You know, it's like he's saying, don't be afraid to question everything.
Yes.
Even the things that seem so solid and unchangeable.
That's a great message.
And this questioning, this pushing the boundaries of what we think we know, it seems like that's at the heart of what he calls madness.
Okay, so that's where things get really interesting.
Right.
Because he's not seeing madness as a bad thing.
No.
It's more like a source of insight.
Yeah.
Like a different way of perceiving reality that can lead to discoveries.
Exactly. And remember those lines in Mystic Madness?
Oh, remind me.
Where he talks about embracing lunacy's guise
Oh.
and finding profundity's seed within it.
He's so playful with it, too.
He is.
Yeah.
You know, he's like daring us to challenge our own definitions of what's sane and what's wise.
Absolutely.
What if madness is actually a glimpse of a deeper truth?
Ooh, I like that.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a truth that our rational mind
Can't grasp.
can't fully grasp.
Yeah.
Right.
And he even dares to address linguists and cryptologists
Right.
directly in some of the poems. It's like
Right.
he's hidden secret messages
Wow.
in his words,
Oh, yeah.
challenging us to decipher them
I love her.
and unlock their hidden meaning.
Oh, it's like a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there are layers to this,
Awesome,
you know? And then
yeah.
there's this recurring motif of soul collectors.
Okay, now that is an image that sends shivers down my spine.
It,
Every time.
It sounds like something out of like a horror movie.
It does.
You know?
Yeah.
But I'm so curious, who are they?
I know, right?
What do they want?
What's their secret?
What is their ancient secret?
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't give us all the answers.
Of course not. It's poetry.
And it's like he's hinting at this hidden power.
Yes.
Something fascinating and dangerous at the same time.
Right.
And what's with this connection to the constellation Cancer?
Yeah, he keeps bringing that up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like he's suggesting these soul collectors are connected to the stars,
Interesting.
that they're part of some cosmic order we don't understand.
Right.
We need a minute to process.
Yeah. No, it's a lot.
So much to unpack.
So much to unpack.
We got self-reflection,
Uh-huh.
bending time and space,
Yes.
ancient knowledge,
Keep going.
golden cages,
Uh-huh.
madness is a source of insight,
Yes.
soul collectors lurking in the shadows, connections to the cosmos.
Wow.
It's a lot to take in.
It is. It is.
What stands out to you the most so far?
Honestly, it's this feeling of mystery and intrigue.
Oh, yeah.
Aminian is such a deep thinker.
He is.
And he's not afraid to tackle the big questions.
No.
But he's also so playful
Yes.
with his language.
Yes.
You know, hiding these little clues.
Yeah.
Challenging us to figure it all out.
It's like he's inviting us on this intellectual treasure hunt.
I love that. That's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just about passively reading.
No.
It's about actively engaging with the poems.
Yes.
And trying to unravel the mystery.
And that's what makes it so exciting.
Yes.
It's not just about, like, you know, someone telling us what to think.
Right.
We get to participate.
We do in the meaning making.
We are active participants.
We are.
And that's what makes this deep dive so unique.
It does.
You know,
yeah.
it's not just about summarizing information.
Yeah.
It's about exploring these ideas.
Yeah. Asking questions. Getting a little lost along the way.
Maybe even a lot lost.
Maybe even a lot lost.
Yeah.
But that's part of the fun.
It is. It is.
And I think that's what Aminian would want.
I think so, too.
You know, he's not trying to give us all the answers.
Yeah.
He's just inviting us to join him on this journey of exploration and discovery.
Absolutely.
So consider me officially on board for this adventure.
Me too.
Listener, are you ready to keep exploring?
I can't wait to see what else we uncover.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Oh.
Absolutely. The journey's just beginning.
Okay.
Remember how we were talking about the soul collectors?
Yes.
And those really chilling lines about them being activated
Oh, yeah.
by food, by words, or by cries?
Yeah, it's like they're all around us,
Well-
influencing us in ways that we're not even aware of. I know.
It's scary.
It really is.
And it kind of ties into this whole theme of duality
Oh, yeah.
that runs through the collection.
Right, right.
Light and darkness,
Yeah.
madness and wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
the material and the spiritual realm.
Yeah, it's like you can't have one without the other.
Right.
They're both essential
They are.
Parts of a larger whole.
Exactly.
And understanding these soul collectors is about finding balance between those forces.
Yes.
Instead of just feeling one or the other.
I agree.
You know.
And this duality even comes out in his writing style.
Oh, yeah.
1 minute, he can be so philosophical,
Yeah.
so deep and profound. And the next minute, he's cracking jokes.
Yeah, he's got that playfulness.
Yeah,
you know.
he does.
Keeps us on our toes.
Right, it keeps things interesting.
It does, it does.
Yeah.
And speaking of shifting perspectives, what do you think he's trying to do when he brings in all those historical figures?
Like Einstein?
Like Einstein.
And Elie Wiesel.
Elie Wiesel.
Yeah.
It's like he's weaving together these different strands of human thought, you know, showing how science and philosophy and spirituality, they can all contribute to our understanding of the universe.
I like to think of it as building a bridge.
Oh.
Between different ways of knowing.
Right.
You know.
Don't limit yourself.
Exactly.
To just one way of seeing the world.
There's wisdom.
Yeah.
To be found everywhere.
In unexpected places.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of brings us back to this idea of madness as a source of insight.
Okay.
You know, remember in Ethereal Ancient Ethos how he talks about direct communication?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And he calls it the key to affluence and influence.
Okay.
And he compares it to a sharpshooter's sphere.
Oh, wow.
Precise and impactful.
It's like he's saying that blunt honesty, even if it goes against social norms, can be the most effective way to communicate.
To get your point across. And he even says, like, a single word, the focal point clear, precision, akin to a sharpshooter's sphere.
Okay.
It's like, don't be afraid to speak your truth.
Yeah.
Even if it makes other people uncomfortable.
It's bold.
It is bold.
Yeah, and it ties into that idea of the golden cages, too.
It does.
Right.
Yeah.
We can be trapped by our own politeness.
Absolutely.
Our fear of rocking the boat.
Fear of judgment.
Yeah, exactly. He's encouraging us to break free from those constraints.
Yeah.
Embrace authenticity.
Be yourself.
Even if it means being a little mad.
A little unconventional.
Yeah.
And speaking of unconventional.
Okay.
Remember that part where he talks about environmental themes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In
Silentium Revelatio Vitae?
Yes, where he contrasts the Western world's disconnect from nature with the indigenous understanding of interconnectedness.
He's really concerned about that.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we've separated ourselves from the natural world.
And he thinks there are consequences.
Yes.
For us, both for the planet and ourselves.
Yeah.
And he even links that disconnect to the rise of diseases like cancer.
He does. It's like a warning sign.
Yeah, like a wake-up call.
Wake up, people.
Yeah, we're not separate.
From nature.
We're a part of it.
And when we harm nature, we harm ourselves.
Okay, so that sense of interconnectedness, it extends beyond just the natural world, right?
It does, it does.
Because he also uses this metaphor of a tapestry.
Oh, yeah.
To describe how everything's connected.
Everything's woven together.
You know, he says in Echoes of the Internus Odyssey, in silence deep our unity.
Yeah.
One heart, one people, eternally.
He's got a way with words.
He does.
It's beautiful.
It is.
It's like we're all part of something so much bigger.
Yes, a collective story.
A story that's been unfolding for centuries.
And maybe madness itself.
Oh, okay.
Is a way of tapping into that interconnectedness. You know, like accessing knowledge. Beyond.
That our rational minds.
Our rational minds.
Can't grasp.
Okay, wait. So, are we all supposed to go a little mad?
That's a good question.
To access this knowledge.
Right.
Like, how do we even make sense of all this?
Well, you know, I think that's the beauty of it.
Okay.
He's not giving us like a step-by-step guide to enlightenment.
Right.
He's just challenging us to think for ourselves.
Okay.
To wrestle with these ideas.
Yeah.
And to find our own meaning within the mystery.
So it's not about finding the right answers. It's about asking the right questions.
Exactly.
Okay. I like that.
And I think that's a really empowering message.
It is.
You know?
Yeah.
He's not telling us what to think.
Right.
He's giving us the tools to think for ourselves.
He's like, here's a map.
Yeah.
But you have to choose your own adventure.
I like that analogy. It's very fitting. Speaking of choosing our own adventures, let's talk about this motif of the kill switch.
Ooh, yeah.
It pops up in several poems.
It does, it does.
And it seems connected to this idea of masks.
Oh, okay.
And hidden identities.
I've been thinking about that one.
Yeah, me too.
What do you make of it?
Well, in Aurora Lucis, he says,
okay,
kill switch activated, truth's decree, masks unveiled, spirits key.
Okay.
So it's like this kill switch represents a moment of awakening.
Oh, I see.
When the facade crumbles.
Right.
And we're forced to confront the truth about ourselves.
It can be triggered by the smallest things.
Right.
Like a Freudian slip.
Yeah.
A speech impediment's tale.
He mentions that.
Even food and drink. You know, it's like the truth is always there.
Lurking beneath the surface.
Yeah.
Waiting for the right moment to emerge.
Yeah.
I love that.
And he seems to be warning us against trying to suppress it.
Right.
You know?
Don't hide who you are.
Yeah. He says, masks worn, drain life's force, child's guise, life's course.
So it's like trying to hide who we are, you know, to conform to other people's expectations. It just drains us.
Drains us of our vitality.
Yeah, of our authenticity.
Okay, wow.
Wow.
So authenticity is the key to a fulfilling life.
I think he's right.
It's a good reminder.
It is.
And he gets specific about the masks that we wear. Remember in Aurora Lucis, he calls out woke culture.
Yeah.
The left-wing communist socialists' guise.
It's a bold statement.
It is, but it's like he's trying to illustrate a broader point. That any ideology can become a mask.
It's about not being trapped by any one ideology.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Thinking for yourself.
Yes.
Questioning everything.
Yes.
And being
true to your own experience.
Exactly.
Which brings us to this other fascinating theme.
Okay, what's that?
This idea of ancient custodians.
Oh, yeah.
Of wisdom.
Keepers of wisdom.
Like a lineage of knowledge. Yeah. Passed down through the ages. It's like a secret society. Yeah, he keeps referencing these sages, these ancient spirits, and their knowledge, hinting at this secret knowledge that's been preserved.
Throughout history.
Throughout history.
Yeah, it's like true wisdom isn't found in a book.
Right.
You know, it's not found in institutions.
It's something more primal.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Something ancient.
Ancient, though?
It transcends time.
And he links it to the natural world, too.
He does.
Yeah.
Ancient spirits, dwellers of the earth.
Yes, yes.
Rhythms, cycles, beyond mortal girth. It's like nature holds the key to unlocking these mysteries of the universe.
And this connects to his fascination with the stars, too.
It does.
Yeah.
He loves to reference the constellations.
Yeah, like he's drawing inspiration.
It's like they're a map.
From the cosmos.
Guiding us.
Yeah.
You know?
So we have ancient wisdom. Nature's rhythms.
Yes.
Cosmic connections.
Keep going.
And it all ties back to these soul collectors lurking in the shadows. It's like he's weaving together all these threads.
He is a master weaver.
He is, to create this tapestry of meaning.
It's beautiful.
It really is.
And complex.
And complex?
It's up to us to try and make sense of it all.
Right.
You know, put the pieces together.
Yes.
Uncover those hidden patterns.
Yeah, that's the fun of it.
That's the fun of poetry.
It is. Yeah. It is. What do you think, listener?
Yeah.
Are you starting to see the bigger picture?
Yeah, it's like trying to solve this cosmic puzzle.
It is.
And speaking of puzzles, there's this whole other layer that we haven't even talked about yet.
Okay.
And that's Aminian's fascination with music.
Oh, yeah.
He uses all these musical metaphors.
Yeah.
And his language has this rhythmic quality to it, you know?
Yeah, it's almost like he's writing songs.
Almost like a song.
Yeah.
And even some of the titles.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Give me an example. The Arcane Symphony, Shadow's Elegy.
Ooh, I like that.
You know, they point to this musical influence.
Yeah, they do.
And in Ludus Ancestralis, he talks about the sublime music of the silence of earth and natural world.
Wow. So he's suggesting there's music.
It's like there's music embedded in everything.
They're embedded in everything.
If we just learn to listen for it.
Right.
You know?
Like the universe itself is a symphony.
Yeah.
And we're all instruments playing our part.
And music transcends everything, right?
It does.
I mean, language barriers, cultural differences, it can connect people.
On such a deep level.
On such a deep emotional level.
I agree.
And that's what he's doing with his poetry.
Yeah. He's creating an experience.
He is.
It's both intellectual and emotional.
It resonates on multiple levels.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got this grand symphony of ideas.
Yes.
This tapestry of meaning.
Uh-huh.
What about Aminian himself?
Okay.
What can we glean about him?
As a person.
As a person from reading these poems?
I mean, he's obviously very introspective.
He is.
Deep thinker.
Right.
Someone who's not afraid to tackle the big question.
Right. And he's honest. He's vulnerable.
Yes.
Remember how he talks about his lost love, Elena?
Oh, yeah. In
Mystic Madness.
Mystic Madness.
He says, Phantom companion Elena bygone, her absence lamented as epochs spawn.
Oh, that's so raw.
So much raw emotion there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, but it's heartbreaking.
Oh, it is. It is.
He's not afraid to show those emotions.
Yeah. And it's interesting how he contrasts Elena with this companion, Divine.
Yeah, tell me more about that.
You know, he says,
Yeah.
Ally named Divine, steadfast, sincere, quells phantoms, both distant and near.
So he's finding solace.
Even in the darkest of times.
Even in the darkest of times.
There's a source of love and support.
It could be human.
Whether it's human or divine.
Or divine, yeah.
And that brings us to this other theme.
Okay.
This idea of seeking guidance. Yeah.
On this spiritual journey.
He talks a lot about that, doesn't he?
He does. He talks about finding mentors, connecting with nature.
Yeah.
Listening to the wisdom of ancient traditions.
It's like he's saying, you're not alone.
You don't have to go it alone.
There's help out there.
Yeah, there are resources available if you just know where to look.
I like that.
And one of the most important resources,
yeah, what is it?
He seems to be saying is humor.
Oh, yeah.
He's got that playful side.
He does. He does.
That sense of mischief.
And it comes out even in the most serious poems.
Even in the most serious moments.
You know?
And in the Arcane Symphony. Shadow's Elegy, he says, to guide souls along their winding way, one must reveal the humor woven in life's grand ballet. Once the jest of existence is truly seen, laughter reigns and understanding keen.
Oh, I love that.
It's like he's saying, you know, humor can be a key to unlocking deeper truths.
It can help us detach from our ego.
Yeah, see the world with fresh eyes. And I think it's more than just telling jokes.
It's about recognizing the absurdity of life.
Right, that cosmic irony.
The cosmic irony.
That we all share.
Yeah, it's like, don't take yourself too seriously.
Exactly.
Life is a wild ride.
It is a wild ride.
You know.
Yeah.
Buckle up and enjoy the show.
I like that. I like that.
And speaking of wild rides,
what
about his fascination with ancient languages?
Oh, yeah. He loves to throw in those words and phrases from Latin, Greek, Hebrew, even ancient Persian.
It's like he's creating his own linguistic tapestry.
He is, isn't he?
Drawing on the wisdom of the ages.
And remember how he talks about direct communication?
Yeah.
Like a sharpshooter sphere?
Right. Words have power.
They do.
They can shape reality.
They can. They can.
So we really have to think about the words we choose.
Yes.
The stories we tell and the impact that they have.
On the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the biggest takeaways from this whole deep dive. We have the power to shape our own reality.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
It's about creating meaning.
To create meaning.
Finding beauty.
Finding beauty.
In unexpected places.
In the most unexpected places.
Yeah, it's like the universe is a canvas.
It is.
And you are the artist.
What will you create?
Beautiful.
Right.
And that creation, it doesn't happen in isolation.
Right.
You know, he talks about his ancestors being weavers and traders.
Yeah, carrying on this legacy.
Of resilience, of resourcefulness.
It's like we're all part of this larger story,
you
know?
A collective tapestry.
A collective tapestry woven together through generations.
Beautifully so.
And he says in the Arcane Symphony, Shadow's Elegy, from this moment forth, let it be known, sacred boundaries in stone are sown.
Ooh. Okay.
It's like he's saying our actions have consequences.
Yes, they do.
We have a responsibility to create a better world.
For future generations.
For future generations.
Yeah.
It's a call to action.
It is.
It's like, don't just observe the world.
Right.
Get involved. Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Leave your mark.
That's a great way to put it.
And I think that's the perfect note to end on.
I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
Aminian's poetry is this invitation to wake up.
Yeah.
To pay attention, to embrace the mystery and wonder of life, and to use our unique gifts to make the world a more beautiful and just place.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well said.
Thanks.
So listener, as you continue to explore madness and the mystic, we hope you'll carry these insights with you.
Yeah, keep questioning.
Keep questioning.
Keep creating.
Keep creating.
And keep diving deep into those mysteries of the universe.
Absolutely.
Until next time.
Bye.